How is your relationship with food? Seriously, how is your relationship with food? That might seem like a loaded question. Is it good? Do you see food as the villain? Do you see it as something that is, no matter how hard you try to have a good relationship with food, it always ends up being what you think about? Maybe it's 24/7. Maybe you're obsessed with food and what it does and what it doesn't do and how it makes you feel. Or maybe you're just obsessed because you've been dieting forever. Or maybe you have an amazing relationship with food. Unfortunately, having that amazing relationship with food is not the norm. So, welcome to today's episode of the Nutrition Coach Pharmacist. We're going to dive into your relationship with food and how we can improve that relationship to where food's not the villain, to where food is amazing, a great source of nutrition and fuel to make you feel better, to make you just thrive, right? Because the one thing that we need is food. That's the one thing that we need. And if somebody is addicted to food, well, it's not like you can give it up. An alcoholic can give up alcohol. A drug addict, with help, of course, can stop a certain drug. A food addict, well, your body needs food. So what do? How do we change that perception? How do we heal our relationship with food? And if you want to dive into this or read, you can go to my blog on amykwilson.com and read a little bit more about this. But today we're going to kind of maybe do the surface, how we can start this. So I'll give an example of myself. Last night, we went to see Tina Turner, the musical. Amazing, by the way. Highly, highly, highly recommended. And we did dinner beforehand. Back in the day, well, let's say four plus years ago, since I've been on this journey. So four years ago before, that would have stressed me out to go to dinner beforehand. Oh my gosh, do I not eat? Because what if I eat too much? Do I need to work out before I go? Do I need to work out and not eat before I go? Should I plan a big workout the next day and maybe not eat the next day because I don't know exactly what I'm going to have or if I can control myself? All those thoughts, right? All those things that go through your head when you have something that you can't control per se. I don't have to worry about that. That's pretty freeing because I now have a much better relationship with food. I'm okay going to a party. I'm okay going to somewhere that someone else is cooking because I don't starve myself beforehand and I don't tank my blood sugar so that when I get there, I'm a raging lunatic and want to eat everything. And then I binge, right? We set ourselves up to binge. So when healing the relationship with food and realizing that food is not only substance, it's nutrition, and that I get to, I don't have to, I get to make the decisions on how I fuel my body. When we start seeing food as our friend, as our person, I don't want to say person because food's not a person, but our substance that is going to help us instead of hurt us, it's very freeing. When we see food as not being the villain, when we see food as not being the trigger source, it is extremely freeing. So what is your trigger? Is stress? Do you go to sugar? Is it because you weren't eating it in the first place, that maybe you were so stressed out, you didn't eat, something happened, you triggered, you went to sugar? When we can look at the whole picture and we start balancing your blood sugar because we start eating, those triggers become less and less and less. It really does. I know that sounds weird, but it really does. The other thing is, there's nothing off limits. And you're like, wait. You always say, my clients be like, wait a minute, or someone who's talking to me like, wait a minute, you're a nutrition coach. What do you mean nothing's off limits? Okay, this is what I mean. It's Christmas time. If I want a cookie, I'm gonna have a cookie. Thing is, I don't want one because I'm fueling my body. But if you told me that the cookies I'm making are off limits, the peanut brittle that I'm making is off limits, or if I go to a party and tell me, you can only have the protein and everything else is off limits, the perpetual 2-year-old in all of us is going to come out and be like, I want that. I need that. Give it to me. Give it to me now. Give it, right? Because that's what it happens when something's off limits. We want it even more. That's why diets don't work. When you start taking things away and you don't fuel your body, and now you're starving and you're not allowed to have chocolate. You can't have a cookie. You can't have, maybe it's your favorite fruit because this stupid diet says you can't have fruit. You want it even more. You crave it even more because, one, you are not fueling your body with what it needs. So your body is saying, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me. And what it wants is the quickest source of energy, which more likely is sugar or ultra processed foods, because it doesn't have to digest it. I know that sounds gross, but ultra processed foods have pretty much been digested for you already. So your body's craving whatever it can get. It wants sugar. It wants energy. And then it's like you have a wooden leg and all you want to do is eat. And what does that set you up for? A horrible relationship with food, because now you go down the guilt trip. Now you go down that path that says, I don't have willpower. I suck. Must be my fault. I can never stay on a diet. Food is my enemy, and I just have to figure out that that's just the way it's always going to be. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now is the time to heal that relationship. Will it take time? It will. Will it take a lot of time? Yeah. Is it going to be a journey? Is it going to be something that you're going to have to work on daily? More than likely, yes. Because our belief systems take time to change. Our belief systems take time to reprogram. But you can heal that relationship with food. And how you're going to heal that relationship with food is you're going to start eating. And you're going to start eating for nutrition. You're going to start eating to build muscle. You're going to start eating for longevity. Number 2, you're going to stop dieting, because dieting is setting you up for failure. Dieting is setting you up to have a horrible relationship with food. And number 3, whatever food is your vice, mine's chocolate chip cookies. You probably know that already. But whatever food is your vice, it's okay. It's okay to enjoy it. It's okay to not feel guilty when you eat it. It's okay to have it without guilt, without remorse, without doing 20 burpees or whatever is in your mind that if I have this, I have to do that. That's gone. Because once you start seeing how you can stabilize your blood sugar by eating, fuel your body by eating, build muscle by eating, you feel better. And you're not going to want that certain thing 24/7 anymore. It's there. When you can have it when you want it, a lot of times you're like, okay, I'll have it when I really, really want it. Not every day because it's out of bounds or it's bad for me or it's not allowed. Because that 2-year-old is now an adult and understands why we do the things we do, why you're craving, why you have a bad relationship with food that you are now improving and getting better and better every single day. So I'm going to challenge you for 2024 to improve your relationship with food, to get help if you need, to schedule a coaching call with me if you have to. That is amazing, because you can live without having food as the enemy. You can live with being friends with food and understanding that it is going to make you thrive. It's going to give you energy, and it's going to make you feel good. And if you fuel your body, you will lose inches and still eat and still enjoy a cookie or cake or whatever your go-to is. Because when you heal that relationship with food, the sky's the limit. It's amazing. You can do this year. I know you can. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and absolutely share this video or tag somebody that you know really needs to hear this today, because all things are possible. Because we are the secret sauce. We know that we can do things. You just got to believe. I'm Amy Wilson, the nutrition coach pharmacist and your nutrition coach pharmacist. See you next time.